We finally got the call of the blue and we are here in the mountains to answer it. Presenting you the FZ25 BS6. So finally we have got this FZ25 BS6. Special thanks to Monarch Yamaha for providing us this bike. You can visit their dealership on Tilak Road with a promise of safety and for the best offers in Pune. Now before we proceed with the review, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. You can also go ahead and check out our social media pages on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. I'm going to run now because it is raining. Bye. The FZ25 gets an alien-inspired face. Can you guess which alien's face is it? If you can, just put it in the comment section below. With the FZ25 BS6, you get LED DRL and the LED projector headlamp. Along with that are the bulb turn indicators. I feel that Yamaha should go with LED turn indicators also in the coming generations. And then there are these telescopic front forks along with a 180 section tire in the front. Now this is a MRF Zapper tire, which is a non-radial tire and it is mounted on a 17-inch alloy wheel. To increase your safety on the FZ25, you get a dual channel ABS setup with a 282mm disc brake in the front. Now with this BS6 update, the face has definitely changed. It carries the same projector headlamps from the MT15. But as far as the side profile goes, it still feels the FZ25 from the previous generation. There are minor changes to it, but then the complete look has not been changed. You get a 14-liter fuel tank with the FZ25 and it gives you somewhere around 37 to 39 kmpl depending upon cities and highways. Now the thing with the FZs are, Yamaha is making them more commuter friendly day by day rather than making it more sports oriented, because if you want to go to the sports section, it is the MT15 and the R15 by Yamaha. At the center of the FZ25 is the same 249cc engine which is now BS6 compliant. Now this is an oil cooled SOHC 2-valve engine which generates 20.8 PS of power at 8000 RPM and 20.1 Nm of torque at 6000 RPM. So it is a torque friendly motor but not a performance friendly motor. But we'll talk about it later in the ride review section. Despite of a 250cc engine, this bike weighs just 153 kgs and gets a new ground clearance of 160 mm, which is sufficient enough for doing minor off-roads, just like we are doing right now with this FZ25. Now this bike gets a split seat setup, but it is a very comfortable seat for the rider as well as pillion. It is sufficiently padded for a comfortable ride. And adding to your comfort on the FZ25 is the 7-way adjustable monoshock. So the bumps won't travel to you when you are riding on rough roads. And the looks of the side-hung single barrel exhaust are carried from the previous generation FZ25, which sounds more bassier now. The bike gets a simple box type swing arm and the rear tire is 140/70, which is also an MRF Zapper, so no radial tire in the rear as well, which is mounted on a 17-inch alloy wheel. Now along with that you get a 220mm disc brake in the rear with Nissin calipers and it gets an ABS assistant in the rear as well, so it is a dual channel ABS setup. Tail light of the FZ25 is similar to the previous generation FZ25 and it looks similar to the RTR as well. So this is not a new story, it has been there for quite some time now. And you get the traditional bulb turn indicators. And as I said, the saddle is very comfortable. The height is 795 mm, so you can easily get both of your feet on the ground if you are somewhere above 5'6". And if your height is somewhere around 5'4", then also you can ride this bike. Now let's check out the instrument cluster of the FZ25. The instrument console unit is same as the previous generation. Negative backlit display with digital tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge and odometer. It doesn't get gear position and other information display, but it does get side stand engine cutoff, which is an added safety feature. Along with that, on both these sides, you get EFI malfunction indicator, neutral indicator, high beam indicator, ABS and turn signal indicator. Coming to the handlebar, on the right hand side you have the kill switch and the self start switch. On the left hand side you get to see many buttons. So you have the pass switch over here, then the headlight control switch, so you can actually switch between DRL and the headlight. Then again the headlight control for low beam and high beam, turn indicator control and the horn. Single tone, a very loud horn. I don't know what is wrong with the manufacturers these days. You get this bulky looking bike and a single tone horn which does not really suit the profile. But anyways, it is time for us to answer the call of blue. So we are here to ride this bike and we are going to ride it. But before we do that, don't forget to wear your helmet and follow all road safety rules. And here we go! The FZ25 BS6 gives the same feeling as the previous generation FZ25. So the posture is still the same, upright, giving you good leverage on the bike. Yamaha has made the FZs more commuter friendly and hence you get neutral set foot pegs, comfortably padded seats, good seating posture and a wide handlebar. All of it for not just making it a good commuter, but a great companion for long rides. It is very comfortable and have the seating ergonomics of a long rider. You will never feel the fatigue and stress on your back or shoulders. The only thing missing on this bike is the power. I mean, it is a 250cc motor, but when you pin down the throttle, it doesn't feel so. It is calm and composed. It retains the same performance figures from its previous generation in this BS6 form, and it has just gained a kilo, which is a job well done, Yamaha. But then it has no top range whatsoever. It has a good low end and mid range, and beyond 7000 RPM it has a slight vibration that you can feel on the handlebar. So you have this smooth linear progression in power till the mid range. And I must say, it is a very smooth motor and I really like it because it has that Yamaha signature. This motor is coupled with a 5-speed gearbox, which is also a miss because having the 6th one would have actually made a difference when it came to long rides, because it means better performance, low revs, higher numbers on the speedo and better fuel efficiency. So a shout out to Yamaha to give this baby a 6th one. Overall the gearbox is good and precise, no complaints in shifting. The clutch is also on a lighter side, helping you in bumper to bumper traffic as well as while you are cruising. I did mention that it is a dual channel ABS now, didn't I? So the safety on the FZ25 has definitely increased and it works pretty well. The rear brakes have a good stopping power, good bite and a very good feedback. And so is the front brake. It is slightly low on feedback but gets a very good stopping power. And you need not worry about locking the wheels because the ABS has got your back. As it is a city-oriented bike, you would think that the suspension would be softly sprung. Well, you are partially correct. The front takes on the potholes and the rough roads very well. The rear one, not really much, because the bumps might travel back to your body. Best part is you can get it adjusted as per your need, and this stock configuration allows you to make a balance between the stable high speeds and corners along with helping reduce the impact of bumps. So the moral of the story is FZ25 is back in a new look, which is kind of future tech. You might require some time to get used to it. So take your time because it is a good city bike and will guarantee your comfort if you take it on long rides. The build quality and looks are just the way you expect a Yamaha to be. The only thing now waiting for an upgrade is the instrument cluster, because it is slightly small with less information and it is not easy to read while wearing a full face helmet like I am wearing right now. Our review of the FZ25 BS6 has come to an end, and all I can say is that it is a good 250cc commuter bike. But it is not just commuter. You can also take this bike on long rides. But what you cannot expect from this bike is going head on with a 200cc performance bike, because this bike is meant for good fuel economy and good riding ergonomics. So it will give you what it has promised, a comfortable ride. With that said, you can own it too at just rupees 1.52 lakhs ex-showroom Delhi. I hope you did like this video. Do give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you never miss an update from Rev Explorers. We'll see you again in the next video. Till then, keep riding and be safe. Bye bye.